What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Yarrell, aka T Spilling. Got my buddy here,
Sam.
and like I said, this segment is Spirit and Soul. This is closing out our little spring cleaning trilogy. So today we're going to be talking about curse or a blessing. Be careful what you pray for. So I think y'all already know where I'm going with this. And weirdly enough, you think about it, all three of these videos tie into each other. So it's the reason that we did it in the way that we did it, you know. And the reason why I want to talk about it is, you know, Sam kind of, alluded to it, and what it was supposed to. I don't even think he really knew that I was going to do it, but he alluded to it. And, pretty much saying how, sometimes we'll ask for something that we really don't want or need. And, we may not necessarily get it. But what happens when we do? So, I'm pretty sure we've all heard, be careful what you pray for, because you just might get it. How many times, and it's like two really big extremes, but let's start out with the whole blessing. So let's just say, for instance, if I'm gonna use a relationship vaguely, but what happens when you sit here, you see that one person is like, oh my gosh, like, I just want them so bad. God, please set it up so I can get with this person. And you're doing it pretty much just based off of lust. And everything falls into play, and then you get with that person, and you guys are in a state of bliss. Y'all in y'all into y'all springtime right now.
That honeymoon stage.
Honeymoon. The summer really wasn't that harsh. Had they moments, like I said, you have your mild, summers, like I said, Korea, this past summer, it really don't matter to you. It was mild compared.
Because I'm from the South.
Because you're from the South, it don't really matter.
Because I'm from Florida, and it's always nice and sunny and 75 most of the time.
Y'all, it gets hot in Chicago too. But I got over here in the summer of 2013, July, and when I say it was hot, like I said, I wear gel in my hair. Korea straight disrespected my head, okay? Like, I would don't do that. I was sweating there, but that's not what we're talking about. But what I'm saying is, this past summer it was a very mild summer. So I mean, you have some people that they go through their summer, and it's real mild, but then they hit that winter and they stuck there. And now you start to sit here and look like, what, the actual thing that I prayed for that was such a blessing is a curse. That's just like when people, get these houses, these loans, and they bucking up and down, talking about, look what God did for me, and then you look down, or a little bit later, and now you sitting here trying to get rid of it because it is a curse unto you. Okay, you got something you want to talk about before I talk about the curse?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and touch on that. There's a country song. I like country music. Go figure.
It does.
But Garth Brooks, unanswered prayers. He was talking about when he was in high school, he wanted to be with this girl, and it never happened. He's at a hometown football game with his wife, and he was thanking God for unanswered prayers. It's a great song. It is, and he's a great country music artist, but it speaks volumes that he doesn't always give you what you want because you don't need it. He's got something better in store for you. I'll let T Spilling get into his thing with his verses and whatnot. And
my verses? I ain't got no verses.
Oh, you don't have no verses this time?
I ain't got no verses.
Okay.
Talk about.
I mean, I have some things personally in my life that I look at things on. I look at them on paper, and it's I can do it, but I really don't need to do it. And I'll toss up a few prayers, and if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If it's not, it's not. And I needed a new vehicle at one point, and I wasn't sure that if I could afford it. I mean, I knew on paper I can afford it. My wife was talking to me. She's like, "Well, we really need the new vehicle. We have the kids, and we need more room." Well, I'm looking. I was like, "Well, you have your car, which serves the same purpose. There's just not so much room." So she went looking. I told her she could, but we didn't settle any final decisions. And then she wanted to She goes, well, babe, she tells me, I want to try. I want to try to get this. I want to try to get this van. She's like, and I was like, sorry, give me a day. Let me think. Let me pray on it. I did, and I knew that the end result was out of my hands. She went, she applied for it, everything's checked out, and it's good. So that for us, it was a blessing. I'll touch back on curses in a little bit because that's just.
Well, I mean, you gotta okay. Well, I'm gonna touch on mine. I'm gonna go the reverse route. Now I'll talk about curses that end up being blessings, and I'm gonna let him talk about what he's gonna talk about. So for the segment just before this, or for the topic just before this, it was pretty much got the blessing, just waiting for the glory. So I can remember years so far back. I was just like, I was praying, like, you know what, God, I need to be more patient and more disciplined. Because I lacked that. I really did. And, see, he's laughing because he already know where I'm going to go with this.
But you've gotten a lot better. You've done a lot better.
He works with me, so he knows. But I pray for patience and discipline. Now, mind you, if you guys watched the last video, and I hope you did. If not, please go back and watch it. It would be greatly appreciated. But that was one of those prayers where just asking for patience and discipline, I'm not going to just necessarily get it. And weirdly enough, I prayed it and I let it go, and I just continued to live my life. It wasn't that I doubted he would do it. It was just like I just kept trucking on. Lo and behold, I got what I asked for. And this is one of those prayers, because there are some prayers. Twice what?
Twice. You got it twice.
What you mean I got twice?
Nah, I don't know how much. But our previous supervisor and the supervisor we have now?
Oh, no. There have been many instances.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, I've said twice that I know of.
Oh, twice within the last year is what he saw. Woo! Supervisors, y'all. But no, but I prayed, and it's like so much hell had came into my life, and I could not understand for the life of me, like, all these different struggles and instances that are coming into play, and I'm like really just trying to figure out, like, why am I being cursed like this? Like, what is going on? And then it's almost like I heard it from his mouth, from his lips himself. Think about what you prayed for way back when. And I had to sit here and internalize. It was like, what did I pray for? And then it dawned on me, I prayed for patience and discipline. I shared that with a buddy of mine. He was like, why would you pray? He was like, it's certain prayers you don't pray. Asking for those two, you asking for trouble. Like I said, when we born, our days are already full of trouble. Like I said, if I'm not mistaken, that's back in Job. I done just added more trouble on top of what I was already promised, asking for those two things. But and crazy enough, it's not that prayer was a curse. Because what I asked for, I actually am getting. For anyone that has known me anywhere on my life's journey, at different points, when they see me come back, from, things that I do, they can tell, like, you have changed, you have grown much more than the last time that I saw you. And I'm more patient, I'm more disciplined. When people come at me left, I'm able to deflect it a little bit more, instead of reacting how I'm so used to acting. If you guys don't believe me, check out, Where's Your Focus video, where I talked about how it took, like, the prayer that I prayed that morning before came into fruition, because I almost snapped on somebody. I'm just saying, I'm being honest on these videos. But it's just like the prayer was not necessarily a curse, but before realizing that this is actually what I prayed for, I'm looking like what is going on? When I finally realized this is what you asked for. So when certain things start to happen in my life, I know that, what, I've somewhat asked for this. And all that this has meant is these instances are more or less meant for me to, become more patient, more or less with dealing with people. And in terms of discipline, pretty much, not reacting the way that I truly want to react, because acting that way, it does not bring credit upon, my mother. Because like I said, even though I'm grown and she grown, however, they don't know what that means out there. They don't know what that means.
I know they don't know.
They don't know the profession either. But I represent my mother. You know, like I said, me being, you know, Jewish, you know, I represent that faith. And I wear my yarmulke, and, you know, whenever I'm at work, you know, my work uniform. I wear it all the time, and even outside the uniform. So it's like, it's no secret what my faith is. But it's like I represent that faith as well. You know, just like, you know, with Sam here being a Christian, and if anybody knows it, whenever he goes out and, you know, if he acts a certain way, automatically, oh, okay, because you a Christian, you know, it's that whole thing. And, you know, yeah. And it's just and then at the same exact time, I represent God, because I am a godly man. I am a God-fearing man, where it's just like, you know, anything that I do may not bring the greatest light upon him, especially if I am to be just a person that is at least supposed to steer somebody towards him. And if they see me acting a complete, you know what, now that person that I was probably supposed to bring closer, or just be just that person to get them to this person right here, whatever, I've just sent them so many steps back. All right, so that's all I got. That's all I got to say. I'm going to ahead and pass it back off to Sam. Yeah.
But I'll add on to it with saying that if God does bless you with something that you personally wanted, and then later on you look back at it and you're like, man, what was I thinking? It's not going to be a complete curse. He's not going to give you more than you can handle. This is my second marriage. My first marriage, it was tough. It was bad. But I've got a beautiful little girlfriend, and she has been a huge blessing. She helped me get my life right, and it was reason enough not to continue doing the things that I was doing and traveling down that road that I shouldn't have been on. So you can want some things, he'll give them to you. He's gonna let you learn from your own mistakes, but at the same time, he'll provide you with something that you can take away and that you can grow with, and that will be a reminder for you. Say, hey, look, you might want to stay on my road and not go down that other road, because you've seen where that other road leads. You don't want to be there. Remember? I've been reminded a few times, and I've been a much happier man since I've been traveling down the right roads. And then granted, I'm human. I slip up from time to time, and sometimes more than not, but I keep my head on my shoulders and I travel, down a better road. And you need to know that God will provide for you. He won't give you more than you can handle, but he'll give you just enough, and he'll be there with you through the end.
All right, now. So let's go ahead and just kind of sum all of this up. I'm not trying to be Debbie. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. I'm not. But I challenge anyone. When certain things happen, don't be so quick to call it a blessing. Because sometimes, the blessing that you have, it is nothing but a curse, and you don't realize until time down the line. But at the same exact time, the things that are meant to be a curse, I mean, this is just for me. Some of the biggest things that I thought was a curse has come out to be my biggest blessings. Whether it be I physically got something out of it, or I just came out of it, a better man. I came out the fire. I ain't burned. Okay. So, any closing comments? Nah. All right. So, like I said, thank you guys. Like I said, this is Spilling All the Tea. This segment is Spirit and Soul. With this video and all others, please rate, comment, subscribe if you have not. Like I said, if you want to keep this conversation going, the comment box is down below. Like I said, I want to thank my boy Sam. Appreciate you. Like I said, this ends the spring cleaning trilogy. I want to thank all of you guys for watching. Hopefully you got something out of this. Like I said, I mean, even though he don't really know the fam, like I said, to all of you, I want to say thank you. I love you. Thank you for watching. And until next time, peace.
Bless your hearts.